Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Emily. I'm actually about to go on a really big trip. I'm really excited for it, and I'll give you a little bit more of a hint as to where that is at the end of this video. But before I leave for a few days, I want to get a little bit more work done on Middle-earth. My husband and I finally finished watching all of the Lord of the Rings movies over the weekend. The ending of Return of the King, y'all, it was wild. I'm not over it. And y'all know this by now, but I had never seen Lord of the Rings until recently, and I have so many questions, like, where are the Entwives? Where did they go? They lost them? How do you lose a lot of trees? Or like, what even are they? I don't know, it's very confusing. If anyone has any insight, let me know. But after finally watching the 3 movies, Lord of the Rings, I haven't done Hobbit yet, I'll get to it. I am so inspired to keep working on Middle-earth and try to like just build out this custom area in our Lego city. Like, I'm really looking forward to this. But one big issue we've come across, or rather just a decision to be made, is how to go about building the hills. Because in our Lego city so far, one of the things that I'm most proud of are these hills. Like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever built out of Lego. I'm a very new mock builder, and so this here is a really good first start. But also, after spending so much time working with this technique, I'm very comfortable building like this, and so I'm kind of hesitant to try something different. Because about a year ago, I built this little hill here, and I used all of these giant chunky bricks, all of these slopes and snot pieces to make this happen, and I really like how it turned out. It was for a Mario mock, and when making the decision like how to build the hills around Bag End into Shire, this kind of looks chunky. It looks very similar to what I did for the Mario hill here. So at first I was thinking that this would be a really good option. However, it worked really well for Mario because Mario's kind of chunky. I'm just not sure how good this will look. It's just too big and bulky for minifigures. And you can actually see that I've tried 2 different methods here to just see which one looks better. Here I have my kind of standard hill method, and then here's some more chunky hills. And maybe a mix between the 2 would look kind of nice, but for the most part, I think I want to stick with these pieces here, or at least keep it more platey, because it looks more natural and you can more easily place minifigures near it. For these hills here, my method involves using these 2x2 cutout L-shaped plates, and I have a few rules for myself when stacking these. The first rule was to not stack them right on top of each other. So I would not do this because it just doesn't look natural. You want to have a very gradual slope, and it just makes your hills look a little too blocky. There are exceptions that I have in my city. For example, here you can see 3 stacked on top of each other, but I really do try to avoid that. Sometimes it just kind of happens and we pretend they don't exist. We like to ignore our problems here. But you can see for the most part I did a pretty good job at making this a very gradual hill. Primarily the pieces that I'm looking for are these L-shaped green plates. Some of these as well, just giant green plates that cover a lot of surface area, as well as some of these. Really anything in this color is ideal, but you know, I'm open to other ideas as well. Hopefully we find some fun inspiration at the Lego store. So I think the plan today is to head down to the Lego store here in Austin, Texas, and go check out the pad wall and hope that they have good pieces that I can use in this whole Middle-earth area behind me, because I know it looks like I have a lot of pieces here, but I will use these in like 4 seconds. They go by so quickly. I just got to the Lego store, or rather I got to the mall where the Lego store lives, and on the way down here I actually gave them a call and I just kind of asked like what kind of pick-a-brick they had right now, because I didn't think to ask them before I left the house. And after the guy working answered the phone, I realized how annoying that question probably is. Like, hey, out of this wall of 30 things, what do you have? So I'm sorry to the Lego store employee who I talked to. That was probably an annoying question. But what I learned before getting here was that there's no foliage, and there are some green plates, and there's also some more in the back maybe. He said there weren't really too many tiles, but there's a few jumpers, there's like some weird olive green pieces, and then he said something about like a red rubber bar, but I didn't fully understand what he was talking about. On the phone I just pretended like I knew what that was. But also my genius brain, for like the first time ever, finally remembered to bring my own pad cups. I only brought 4 because I couldn't find any more lids than that. I have probably like 4,000 of these cups at home, and somehow whenever I'm on my way to the Lego store or like trying to leave soon, I can never find them. And even more so the lids. Like, where did they go? I have no idea. But anyways, let's head inside. I have my pad cups because you actually get 50 cents off if you bring your own, I think it's 50 cents. So I'm basically, you know, saving the world. And I think it is kind of a good thing I was only able to find 4 cups, because that's like, what, I don't know, 16 times 4. I don't know, it's definitely less than 100, something like $80, and I'm trying to keep it under 100 today. I don't think I'll have any issues doing that unless if there's crazy pieces on the pad wall today, or if they have like a new batch of Build a Minifig, because those are really fun. Yay, mall. One day I really will like stop for a cookie. They smell so good. And I'm a little tired today because I did get up at like 7 a.m. to get ready for a meeting at 8 that I can't really say too much about, but I think it went well. well. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, here's the Lego store. They have this giant new Friends display with all the new characters. Nova is definitely my favorite. She's like the cool, edgy gamer girl. I just love that. The mushrooms are kind of fun too. But then check it out over here. This is so fun to see. So they have Rivendell built, and it has this beautiful giant display. Like, this is usually where they put like the giant sets like Titanic, Harry Potter train, all that kind of stuff. We actually just added it to our Lego city, and it looks so good. We're adding like a little waterfall coming off of their river area, so definitely stick around. It's gonna look really good when it's done. They also have the BTS sets, the Jazz Club modular, but then there's also a gift with purchase. I don't know what the threshold is on it because I didn't look, but it's that Houses of the World again. Oh, never mind, I just can't read. It's over purchases of $250. It's kind of cool they brought them back. Okay, anyways, let's head in and find our pab. So like I said earlier, I really am just trying to limit my spending and only buy pieces today, and pieces really only for the Lego city. So right off the bat, I found these ones here that'll be really helpful in building up the hills a little bit more. You can stack them, and you can also kind of like put pieces on either side of it, basically stacking bricks on this side as well as this side underneath it to elevate it, so that then this part is the only part showing, and it just really helps with elevation. So I might get 1 or 2 cups of just these pieces. And I thought I saw some other green elsewhere. I guess these could be kind of cool as well, these inverted slopes, but I'm still trying to figure out which type of hill style to do, whether it's more of like the blocky approach or more of the plated approach that I've been doing, especially for like the A-frame cabin and that natural area. I don't think these would hurt to get, but I'm just not sure how to incorporate them right now into the city. But then they actually have a lot of lime green today, and it's just not the right color for the hills, and especially with Rivendell, I want it to be very luscious and like the deeper green, kind of like that, rather than lime. The only other deeper green pieces they have are these jumpers, and those could be kind of neat. You could almost like put plants in the middle of it and use it maybe more for decoration, but I just am not really too used to working with this kind of piece. And then they've got these kind of curvy things. I'm not really sure how to work with these, and I want it to look a little bit more rigid, I think, rather than all sloped for the landscaping. But it could be cool to mix it up a little bit, maybe for the Shire. But then there's also always a need for just like chunky bricks to put underneath everything to elevate things up. But 2x2s are better than 2x4s, just because I don't really need this big of a brick, and 2x2s do the same job with less space. And I mentioned these weird red pieces in the car. I figured out what he was referring to. It's like these little horn bar things. They're like kind of rubbery, and I don't think I need them at all for anything, but they have so many here, which is kind of crazy. I haven't really seen them before on the Pabble. And then there's actually 2 more pieces that I'm contemplating getting, and then I'll start filling up my cups. So there's these here. They're like the cornered olive green. I feel like they would look really good stacked up. Like having that angle just makes the nature look a little bit more natural, just so it's not so symmetrical. I feel like there's a need for it somewhere in Middle Earth. I think that would look really good. And I also really like these gold fence type pieces here. I feel like they're very regal, and I feel like there's a lot of uses I could find for them in Middle Earth, so I might grab a few of those. They also have this gold piece here, but I'm not sure how I would go about using that. And then these that I think I actually have like a cup or 2 full of at home, and I haven't really put them to use yet. We're not really building too many actual buildings yet in the Lego city that are custom, but once we do, these will come in handy, so I might grab a handful as well. Now I'll grab one of my cups and start stacking, I guess. I'll start with these down here, just because these are actually what I came here for today. I feel like it's more worth it to stack actual bricks rather than plates, because plates are kind of hard to take apart later. Kind of do my best. I mean, look at that. I feel like that's pretty good. There's not really too much space at the bottom. I think I did a really good job. All right, so here's cup number 1. I did not actually stack anything, but I think I used the space really well. I added some of those olive pieces on the top. I just finished the second cup. Here's the third, and I think I'm just gonna fill the rest of it with these green plates because I need so many of them, and I use them up so quickly. All right, here's my third cup, and then I think for my fourth cup, I'll grab some more of these pieces here. But also something I just thought about was these weird little cones. I think they would look really good for like building out walls and fortresses, especially for like all the dark, weird scenes in Lord of the Rings. For Helm's Deep, for example, I could stack some of them and have it look like a wall of some sort. When they're stacked, they do look kind of nice and spooky. So I figured maybe like using them for a fortress of some sort. So I'll probably grab like at least half a cup of these, and then maybe fill the rest up with these little olive pieces. I'm just trying to think about all the weird dark scenes in Lord of the Rings, and I think these would be perfect. I feel like this is kind of an absurd number of these. All right, so my fourth cup is done. I'm gonna take a little look around the store, and then I think it's time to head out. I was kind of hoping to see that new Superstar Destroyer here on the shelves, but I think that's long gone. I do not see anything here reflecting that. That was kind of crazy. It just came out and nobody had any idea. I finally got to watch Avatar 2 for the first time like last weekend, and I loved it, and now I want the giant whale thing. I just love the whale. It kind of reminds me of the Purgles from Rebels. And it looks like they do have some new Build-A-Minifig pieces. I love this little strawberry shortcake kind of piece. At first I thought it was pizza from far away, but nope, it's like a little little pie. I love it. And then there's also a new orange dude that's kind of cool. And then she's just so cute. I don't know what's going on here. I guess she's just like a clown with a pie. The hair is a vibe for sure, but I don't know if I need any new minifigures today. They also have the new Harry Potter Dots set, R.I.P. Dots, that's about to retire, but it's kind of cute. I like it, it's adorable. The banners as well, definitely don't need these in my life. Like I feel like they would look kind of cool on a shelf together. And then I feel like this is probably the weirdest thing to be excited about. But look at that little Duplo carrot. Like what is happening here? I kind of love this a lot. I don't know what I would do with it. Maybe I could have like giant carrot monsters in the city, I don't know, but like for $10 that is adorable. Like I want that. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure that Rivendell actually released yesterday, so it's kind of cool seeing a few on the shelves now. There's at least one still here. I don't know if there's more in the back, but it's just kind of weird, like the gift with purchase. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments, but it's just kind of weird that the gift with purchase was something that you can just buy on the shelves right now. And I feel like most Lord of the Rings fans probably bought the BrickHead already, so just kind of strange. I don't know why Lego did that. And then here's the little Disney rant that you definitely didn't ask for, but I love these books. Like they came out with 4 or 5 of them so far, and I think they look really cool on a shelf. They close up, they look like a book. It's awesome. But when they first released, they had these giant printed pieces on the front. The pieces basically had princesses' faces just plastered on them, and I had them all kind of in Disney World, kind of looking like flags or banners, but now it just looks like it's a big sticker, which is really disappointing. I kind of liked the whole giant printed piece kind of thing, so I'm kind of bummed about that. But then this one's kind of weird. Like I actually haven't seen this one yet, but I'm kind of confused. So it's like a Dots tray kind of thing, but then there's a few different mini dolls in here, and then there's bills, and I assume no stickers hopefully. But I think it's kind of funny that the title here is Creative Castles ? Because I'm confused what this is, and I guess they are as well. It's just a very weird kind of concept for a set. And I don't normally pay too much attention to the keychains here, but I think it's kind of neat, like this huge display that they made. This is brand new, and it's kind of nice to be able to see all the keychains in one spot, and they're kind of displayed in a really neat way. I don't know, I just haven't seen this before. All right, so I think I'm just about ready to go. Alrighty, so I just left the Lego store. I was clearly successful, but I was kind of hoping they would have more pieces, even though I probably just should have checked that ahead of time. Foliage is always incredible to find, and you run out of it so quickly, plus it's really expensive when you order it online. But I do feel pretty good with the pieces I got. I'll give you like a full in-depth car haul in a little bit. Y'all know we got to do the car haul. I think those olive pieces are going to come in really handy in building out more of that plated look, but in like darker, kind of spooky. Oh god, that bag just fell. In building out like the spookier kind of darker scenes from Lord of the Rings, but that green will be perfect for the Shire. I don't know, it's been really cool, like just getting this whole crash course on Lord of the Rings over the last few weeks. I used to know nothing about Lord of the Rings, and now I'm like, okay, this is cool. I kind of get it. I know nothing still, but I've seen the movies, and I built a third of Rivendell, so I'm basically an expert. But y'all, you saw me. I was really good today. I did not overspend, and I actually underspent, to be fair. I was giving myself a budget of about 100, hopefully more like 80. I spent $67. Let me show you. $67. Anyways, y'all, it's time for a car haul. There's actually a person right in front of me, and I feel really awkward filming and doing this with them there. Okay, they're gone. Filming in public is weird. Okay, cup number 1, half of it's filled with these like 2x10 green plates, and then I got some green jumpers and these fancy golden fences. Cup numero 2, again, same kind of thing on the bottom. I filled it up with these 2x10 plates, and then on the top is just jumpers. I kind of regret that, but I didn't know what else to put in there. I got nervous, I panicked, I just grabbed a piece. This one here, I did halvesies on both of these. So this part is like these little cone things, and I think it would be nice to like stack them and use it to kind of decorate walls maybe, or even like do bricks in between it and do like a full-on wall, but then like put some of these cone things in it sometimes to make it look kind of rustic maybe. And then these olive pieces I'm just going to be using to kind of build out the landscape when it's more of like darker scenes. I think these will be perfect. Oh, and also while we're talking about these olive pieces, I actually have a bunch of these like fern type of like greenery things that are the same color, and I think that combining them will look kind of cool for like a marshy scene. They were in a marsh at least for like a little bit of it, right? I already did that cup. Cup number 4, green plates on the bottom, olive pieces on top. Nothing crazy, but all very good pieces, and I feel good about it. I know I've said this earlier, but I am really excited to start playing around with these pieces more and kind of developing a fully custom Lego city while maybe incorporating some of the modulars. I'm just like not sure yet on what to do with that, but unfortunately, but also kind of not unfortunately, I'm gonna be out of of town for the next few days, so I can't even like have fun with these pieces. I'm flying to San Francisco for something secret. I'm excited. I can't wait to tell you more. It's just been a really crazy week because yesterday I got back from Miami from a bachelorette trip, and then today I'm here, and then tomorrow I'm in San Francisco. So it's just been absolutely crazy, but also so much fun. Like, I love traveling and getting to do really cool, exciting things. So I will definitely let you know what's going on when I can. So that being said, there really won't be a Lego City update for a few days, but I will start kind of having fun and building when I can, and I can't wait to show you our progress because it's gonna look so good. But right now it currently is 2:30 and traffic is gonna suck. So I need to head out, but I'm actually gonna stop and do my nails on the way home. I did like midnight sky for my last one, so I might just do like pink or something boring this time. Stick around if you want to see. I just got home and I actually realized right when I got inside that I forgot to do my nails on the way home. But